All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to unpack a massive idea about communication, and we're going to do it by looking at something that is, believe it or not, designed to be incredibly simple. It all kicks off with one single question.
So what does make a word simple? I mean, it seems like a pretty basic question, right? But what if I told you there's a whole system behind that question? A framework designed to make communication clearer for literally everyone on the planet. And to get our heads around it, we're just going to focus on one very, very common word.
Yeah, this one, government. We see it, we hear it, we use it all the time. But today, we're going to look at it through a really specific lens, one that reveals a surprisingly powerful idea about language itself. So what we're looking at here is a page from the Simple English Wiktionary. Its entire mission, its whole reason for being, is to explain words in a way that's just easy to get. Doesn't matter if you're learning English or you just want a definition that gets straight to the point. And right here, on this page, there's a fascinating clue. See that little sentence right there? Is on the Basic English 850 list? That one line is our key. That's everything. It points us to a system, a whole philosophy of language that's built around one specific number. 850. That's it. That's the magic number. It represents a carefully selected, hand-picked group of words that, get this, can be used to explain almost anything. So what exactly is this system? It's called Basic English. And hey, don't think of it as a dumbed-down version of the language. It's not that at all. Think of it more like a precision toolkit, like a Swiss Army knife for words. It's a curated set of 850 core words, and each one was chosen because of its power and versatility. The whole idea was to make talking to people all over the world as clear and direct as possible.
So, how does this whole philosophy of simplicity work in the real world? Let's go back to that Wiktionary page for government and see how it uses these ideas to make things super clear.
Now just look at the definition itself. Notice the words it uses: group, people, make, laws, control, country. Every single one of them is a simple, foundational word. There's no jargon, there's no fluff. It takes a really complex idea and explains it with the most basic building blocks of the language. But the page doesn't just stop at the definition. It actually deconstructs the word. It shows you that government is built from the verb to govern and that little suffix ment. This helps you see the logic inside the word itself, which makes it so much easier to remember and actually understand.
And then there's this. The page gives you a list of related words, building this whole network of connected ideas. So you're not just learning government all by itself. No way. You start there, and suddenly you also have a grasp on words like governor and governance. It creates this kind of web of understanding.
So when you put it all together, what do you have? This single page gives us a complete toolkit for clarity. You've got a simple definition, you see how the word is built from its parts, and you get connected to a whole family of related concepts. It's basically a masterclass in making knowledge accessible.
Okay, let's zoom out to the bigger picture here. Why does any of this even matter? I mean, why go to all this trouble? Why is a system like Basic English, or a resource like the Simple English Wiki Dictionary, so important?
Well, the whole point of language is connection, right? But how we use it matters. Complex language, it can be exclusive, it can be confusing, it can build walls between people. But simple, clear language, it does the exact opposite. It's accessible, it's precise, and it's like a bridge that invites everyone into the conversation.
And who does this actually help? Well, the obvious answer is language learners, of course. But it is so much bigger than that. It helps experts in different fields talk to each other. And honestly, it helps every single one of us whenever we need clear, vital information, whether it's about our health, our money, or just understanding the world.
And that brings us to the core takeaway. This isn't just about a list of words. It's about the incredible, incredible power that comes from being intentionally clear.
I mean, really think about that for a second. With the vocabulary that could fit on just a few sheets of paper, the system of Basic English says you have the power to communicate nearly any idea. That's not a limitation, that's a superpower. It proves that true understanding doesn't come from using big fancy words. It comes from using the right words. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's a complex topic in your own life? Maybe it's your job, your favorite hobby, some scientific thing you're into. What is it, and could you try to explain it using only the simplest, clearest words you can think of? The answer might just change how you think about communication forever. Thanks for watching.